Tom, Dick, and Sid. Harry was his friend.
Tom, Dick, and Gary, who came in here... What?
Very up to the minute, isn't it?
You're up to the minute traffic and weather.
I want our fresh sync recording. I want my mind to be up to the minute.
The only source for the inside dope on government conspiracies, space aliens, and up-to-the-minute reports on when they plan to invade.
This is Grantland Rice bringing you up-to-the-minute details of the United States Open Golf Tournament at Winged Foot.
Represents the spirit of adventure.
Where's your spirit of adventure?
I think you'd be clipping Todd's wings all the time.
I clip my wings, which you used to be the wind beneath.
But just to be sure, we should clip your wings.
I guess you could say she clipped her wings.
The others, I'll show you how to clip Batman and Robin's wings. I will.
Just make sure he doesn't clip your wings, honey.
I just don't want to clip her wings.
But his wings were about to be clipped.
I've been wanting to clip your wings for a long...
Don't let anything clip your wings, Seattle.
I don't want to clip your wings here. We're both little...
So let's ground her, clip her wings, school, scheduled activities, that's it, till further notice.
I'll clip my wings, literally.
I should keep out of his way. He's like a bear with a sore head this morning.
Instead of acting like a bear with a sore head, why don't you try and be nice to people? Karen didn't sleep very well last night. She dropped one of her contact lenses as she was putting it in. She got splashed by a lorry as she was walking to work. It's not surprising she was like a bear with a sore head when she arrived at work. Everyone's trying to avoid Michael. He's like a bear with a sore head this morning.
For example, you're talking about your boss with a colleague at work, and you say, he's like a bear with a sore head in the morning until he's had his first cup of coffee.
When David arrived, he was like a bear with a sore head. He was annoying everybody.
Today is, he's like a bear with a sore head.
When her team lost the match, Penelope was like a bear with a sore head. Like a bear with a sore head. Like a bear with a sore head. If someone is behaving like a bear with a sore head, they are very irritable.
New technology. You probably also saw that it was essentially rated the safest vehicle tested recently, and the architecture of it as an electric vehicle was part and parcel of its safety success.
Those are all good things. And that is all part and parcel of the president's strategy for countering the forces of globalization that have had a negative impact on some communities across the country.
On that, but for example, when you come back and talk about the community experience with the group and with the director, is that part and parcel of the learning experience? In other words, not just bringing it back, but having a chance to critique and talk about it.
Absolutely. I mean, we are these where they trade labor. And so for Smith, the division of labor is part and parcel of the rise of markets, and this is human destiny.
Which is bulls, which show him looking quite ridiculous in a Renaissance costume as a Renaissance prince, wearing hat badges very like the ones in the Waddesdon Bequest, or holding a jeweled dagger very like the one in the Waddesdon Bequest, which is very much part and parcel of his own time. If you think of Oscar Wilde's novel, The Portrait of Dorian Gray, he portrays Dorian Gray as someone who loves emeralds and loves dressing up and wearing with Ferdinand.
When I teach my little girl to put her toys away in the living room, it won't be just because I can't stand a mess. It will also be because I want to teach her that she shares this world with other people. And having a healthy respect for the space you take up in it is part and parcel to being a worker among workers during our time here on Earth.
The law gets to what about your point about prosecutors. People look at prosecutors as if they have been beamed in from some other planet to be these white knights, these avenging angels, not understanding that they are politicians, that they are political appointees, that they are part and parcel of the overall government that the people have such disdain for.
Millennials, it's just not one millennial. But the one thing about millennials, and this everybody knows, is that they were brought up and born into the age of digital. And the internet is part and parcel of their life. It's a part of their body. Is very, very specific.
1997, California, we've had standards-based education since 1997, and an assessment system that has been part and parcel to standards-based education.
So the race issue, which is at the heart of so many police issues that we talk about nationally, is also, as you mentioned, part and parcel of the whole stop and frisk issue, controversy, or whatever.
I mentioned that we tend to think of rituals as being part and parcel of these traditional societies. We would be born into a society that would tell us what to do.
And so, you know, it's just part and parcel of like a company getting big.
Well, Chip,
I've made it part and parcel of my paradigm. The willingness to go outside of the meditation domain into proven accountability and support structures that help people make behavior changes. I've made it part and parcel of my paradigm.
Thank goodness, academic freedom is a revered value in the American higher education system. It is part and parcel of open inquiry to create spaces where open inquiry can happen. It means... You
could have broken both your legs, you could have broken your back.
That leaves a lot of Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is great personal risk.
Rick, Tom, Dick, or Harry, it doesn't matter.